Hello everyone and welcome back. We are on week 9 of our summer watercolor flowers series. It's my favorite series. I love it so much. And today we are going to do a sketching video where we sketch a Cosmo. So we have a free printable for this series and it looks like this. You can find it linked in the description box below. And we're going to be doing this Cosmo, which has to be one of the favorites of the whole thing. It looks like this in watercolor. So this is where we're going later on. If you decide you want to do watercolor as well, there will be a separate video about that. But we're just going to sketch it in this video. So you can do this on any paper you want if you are just sketching, but if you are going to do watercolor painting afterwards, then I highly recommend do it on some good watercolor paper. This is 140-pound cold press watercolor paper. I've got mine in a big sketchbook, and our Cosmo is going to go right about here. So make sure that you've got that if you're going to go with watercolors later on. And then the only other supplies that we need are a pencil and a kneaded eraser. So make sure that you set up your space and make it cozy. Get something to drink, a snack, maybe some candy, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we just have our pencil and kneaded eraser, and this is the paper I will be working on. You can see it's really filling up by this point, so I want to be kind of strategic. If you're going to do all of these, you just need to think through, this is the one we're doing today. We need a big chunk of space here and lots of space over here as well. You see, so I'm going to try to tuck mine in between these things, but you can see that on my new one, I actually don't quite have the same space, and that's okay. That's always going to happen. So one thing I'm going to do right from the beginning is just kind of look at the shape of this, and I notice I really need a lot of width. You can kind of make this generalized shape if you want to, and then maybe put some markings of where you're going to place yours. Mine has to fit here with the stem coming down. So the first thing that I'm going to do, and I'll move on quickly from this for those of you who are not turning it into this full page, I just want to put a dot where I don't want to go beyond, and the same thing over here, a dot where I don't want to go beyond. This gives me a nice width to work in. And I think I'm also going to kind of put, where do I want the stem to go? So I'm going to kind of guess on it, just knowing that I need my Cosmo bud and my echinacea to both fit in here. In fact, I might try to tip it this way just a little bit more. So this is like me just trying to make sure I don't go outside of these bounds. And then from there, we will start by observing. Okay, so I love this one. It's really pretty because it's we're seeing it from the side. So all of these petals right here, none of them are, you know, we're not looking at them in this view. It's a completely different view, but it's still a flower that spreads out in that lovely way. And so seeing that side angle of a bunch of petals here, including this one where we see the bottom of it, and then I have the two in the back that are kind of coming up and away. Everything, you know, this is the center, and everything comes away from that center, so that's important. Then we have a couple of these little tiny leaves that come, and then there's a tip and a really nice curve to that thin stem, and I feel like that's probably a pretty good beginning. I'll also just point out though, don't forget to use your negative space between your petals and look at what shape these create to give you a guide as far as like how far to keep them like spread apart. So see if we can keep both of these on the camera. And we will begin with that center. So I'm kind of going, okay, it's about this big for you guys. Let me see. You know, I don't know, we don't all have the same size hands, but for me, if I used to put my pointer finger, it's like down to about here, halfway through. It's maybe like my pinky finger. Okay, so it's nice and wide. It seems like pretty good. So somewhere in the middle of that, I'm going to put a shape that looks something similar to that center. And so it's going to be on a diagonal for me, and I'm just going to put something like this. Now, the most important thing is that you press lightly with your pencil, because then if this is not the right shape or the right place, you can easily just grab your eraser and shift it. Okay, but from here, let's start with this one that's coming up and away. So it's got these two big ones on the top, okay, going this way. Boop. And I already think I'm going to flatten that just a little. Then this one's going to come up, but really where it goes is out this direction. And so I'm looking for, I found this line and I found this line right off the top, and it's going to come up, over, curve this way. Now this part's going to be covered, so I'm going to draw it, but I'll press lightly so I can erase. And I don't really care where this word is, so if I cut into that, I'll just move it. We don't want, you know, our little what's this called? Name. I mean, it's the name. I was going to say logo or description. We don't want that to ever take priority and then make you push this. That wouldn't make sense, right? This one makes me think of a shell. Look how spread out it is from the center. It definitely is like skinnier here, comes out both ways, and then has a real wiggly, curvy top to it. And it does create this interesting shape here. This is kind of like a lounge chair. And so I'm gonna go like, okay, I think I'm gonna come out to here. What I don't want is I don't want to touch this flower, and mine are tight. So I'm gonna very intentionally bring mine down right here, and I'll make sure that there's space between the two and come out and away. Now these don't have to be exactly the same. So if I shift something there, I might shift, you know, more to make myself like it. But we've got like 1, 2 scoops in and comes up again. So 3 humps. We've got a hump, a dip, a hump. My daughter can hear me and she laughed. But that is what we have, so here we go. Okay, now this one comes out to the side. I love this one. We can see the top of the petal and the bottom of the petal both. So I'm gonna put a dot where I think it's going, and I'm gonna look at this space in between to use that as a guide. So we're gonna go to here, and I am not gonna touch the stem, so I'm staying away from that. And I can see it kind of goes like this way first, and then here there's a dip right there. I'll try to accentuate that a little bit. There we go. And I'm gonna like take it apart now and go like, okay, that's the top part of that petal. And then I'll create some sort of a bottom. I think I'll end up shifting that one, but first let's just get it, you know, I like to say let it start wonky, so let it start wonky. That's not great, we're coming back to it though. Now I like to do this one next because it's kind of the one in the front, and if I have this one here, that gives me like how to get these ones placed. So look at it, it's kind of like a squished bean or something. It's got 2 sides to it, okay? And but it dips up about right here, so I'm looking at where does it hit this, and we'll come this way and over here. So I feel like I'm really embracing the let it start wonky today, but something like this. Don't let it be too skinny. It needs to have width to it because look how wide these are. Okay, so there's that one. I'll widen it out just a little bit more even. And then I'll erase this so you guys can understand what we're doing. Then I like this one. Look how big that is. Now I don't care how much I see of it here, so I just need to make sure it gets here. It's kind of big and comes out. Don't want it to touch this one, so now I'm in a little bit of a tricky space. So I'm gonna dip it down below, and that's okay. So notice I came up, down a mountain, kind of brought it over here, and then curved it back. Press lightly on that pencil. We've got, I'm gonna say 2 more. This one is like, maybe that's another petal. It's unclear, so you decide if you want that one, but we've got these 2, or maybe this is, yeah, that's 2 separate ones. So you definitely want to distinguish them. Like, don't make it end at the same point as this. So I would say, let's bring it maybe here. Bring it out a little bit more on this one so we understand that shape a little bit better. And here again, this one, let's keep it kind of small. And then this, let's see, what do I want to do? I'm going to widen both of these out and add this little tiny green leaf. Sometimes if you don't, you know, feel like you exactly have the space you want, shift your other shapes, and that will help. Okay, so I think I'm going to eliminate, well, we kind of have this one. I just need to add this little green stem, or leaf. How many times do I say the wrong word in these videos? Now, this is my center, so my stem has to come from my center. So even though I put this here, that's just a guide. We can ignore that. And this one, we want to come over this direction first, hard diagonal, because we definitely want that curve. It's very easy to do a slight curve on accident. So, and then we'll do it one more time here, and maybe even one more time. So you could kind of find straight line, straight line, straight line. I'll erase my little guide, and I'm just gonna double it up. So this is called an aura, when you just run a line alongside of your line. That's what my friend Kelly calls it. Okay, so I like this, and I just gave it this little pancake at the bottom. If you wanted to add another one like this, you could add another one. So those are just, that would be another little leaf. I just think it's a beautiful shape, so why not? And from here, we want to go into this, and now I'll get rid of this one for a moment. We'll zoom in on this one together so you can see it a little bit better. I'm going to get out my eraser. Hopefully you're doing the same. And we're going to look at what we've got. And we need to shift it to make sure we like it. So first of all, if you want to take a screenshot of this one, you can do it right now. So you've got it, or take a picture with your, you know, other device or something. Okay, and then we'll move that one out of the way. And now we just need to make sure we like this shape. And so see what I did? Instead of it being so curved, I added some straight lines into it and just wanted to think, what would the edge of a petal look like? Bring this over. And I'm just erasing wherever I kind of doubled up or it got kind of weird, you know? And, you know, maybe a couple little dips. These type of little curves and stuff really add towards just it looking realistic. Most of this is good, but like wherever I have weird spots, you know, just get rid of any pencil that you just don't want to see later. Okay, I'm liking it. Make sure you can make sense of what everything is too. What's a petal and what's a leaf? And then this one did get weird. I'm going to erase it so that I can still see it and then use what I had. So that's the front, that's the back. So cute, right? I'm going to erase the center a little bit because what I want to do, we put a blob there. I want to add a little bit more of this, like, kind of, what we're doing is like making it bumpy, but in a way where if these were circles overlapping, do you know what I mean? That's what they would kind of look like. Then from here, look at your shapes, make sure that they really do kind of go all towards the center, and you like how they overlap. And then from here, you can add your pencil for a minute and just add some of these lines that come out in a way. You're kind of going tip to tip on a petal. So you're following the curves on the sides of it. Okay, like this. And this way as well. This one, you have to decide, is this the bottom of that petal or the top? Right? I say bottom so that they would come this way. If it was on the top, they would come from the center. So, and I think that's probably pretty good. So this is our sketch for our Cosmo. I hope you liked it. You could add, I will just show you, you could add, where did I have it? Some little leaves and stuff to it if you wanted to. Like, this is another way for it to look, which is so cute. We don't have space for that one on ours, but I just wanted to show it to you. You can look up a picture of a Cosmo and add those really distinct, beautiful, sort of wildflowery leaves to it if you wanted to. So if you're headed, if you wanted to watercolor, find me on the next video. If you're just sketching today, you nailed it.